don't stress about everything too much, because in the end it all comes out fine and actually better than you thought.
Wow, look, that is inspiring. That is hopeful. You just basically, you're saying that, when you say not stressing, in other words, you felt like you were too concerned of, the outcome of things.
Yeah, like too much worrying about practically everything and how will I do, and obviously always seeing all the worst scenarios, and taking one failure for the end of the world and the doors closed and apocalypse practically. So yeah, I think I would just say this because effectively my life turned out to be completely different than I expected, and it's much better than I expected.
That's awesome to hear that. What would you say is a dream client for you?
I have a few good dream clients,
Hmm.
and dream client is, for photography, it's somebody who really likes my style and understands what I do, so that I don't really have to, again, stress out so much and force myself to change things to fit into their expectations, because their expectations is exactly what I'm doing. And I have a client who's like a perfect client because she also understands some limitations of what I do and some of the things that depend on her. So when she's, for example, posing for pictures, she tells me, like, she understands the fact that if she doesn't like herself, she will not like the pictures, and she doesn't blame
Hmm.
me for that. And this is something that many people don't understand. And you can be the best photographer in the world and you can take the most beautiful pictures in the world, but if the client doesn't like themselves, especially girls, like, oh, here my lip is too small, my nose is something, and I don't like my profile, the best photographer will not change it because you are not accepting yourself. And so when my client understands this, I'm already in seventh heaven.
Wow. No, that you just made a great, important statement there, because you're right. Pictures can be perfect, but you can't change a person's self-esteem. You can't change how they feel about themselves or how they criticize themselves. So, not being able to take that and being able to understand that before they meet with you or a photographer is going to be very important. That
Yeah.
even made me think. I said, okay, sometimes if I'm looking at a picture, do I find myself saying, oh, look, I got a spot here, I got a pimple here, when in reality the person did their job. It's just, hey, I got a pimple, but embrace my pimple. But instead of criticizing it, just love the journey that we're in, and you're coming along and taking those beautiful pictures of whatever part of that journey of our life is.
No, and
That's
I don't
fantastic.
want to say that it's that it's always your fault if you don't like the pictures, because it's not. But there are also limitations of what the photographer can do, and sometimes really you could take Annie Leibovitz to take the pictures, and you wouldn't like the pictures because you think you are too fat, and no Photoshop, nobody is able to convince you that you are not. And
Yeah.
this is something that it's
Mm.
not commonly known, I have to admit, and can be heavy, because obviously I want my clients to love their pictures, I want them to be happy, and it's frustrating if there is this thing in the middle that doesn't really depend on me, but they think it does.
Wow. I love that. So, what inspires you to to not only become a photographer, to building your business, to helping clients? What inspires you every day?
So my another favorite quote is the quote of Gandhi, and it's, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." And this is something that just every time when I hear it, I read it, I say it, it causes me goosebumps. And that is actually why I also started like the second branch of my business, which is helping artists to turn their creative passion into a full-time job.
Mm.
Because I read that 70% of people hate their jobs, some sources even say up to 85%. And for me, it's just so, oh my God, it's so much. And I know that so many of those people would love to do creative jobs and they don't know how, and they don't even try because they feel it's risky and they are miserable and unhappy. And so I believe that if the world would, if more people would do what they love, the world would be a better place. So this is for me and motivation to keep going.
I love that. So if they wanted to connect with you to be able to find out more of how you can help them or even take some, great photo shoots or photography, because I don't know, I believe you said you travel. Do you travel?
Yeah, I travel.
Yes, you travel worldwide. So if they're looking for someone to come and just bring love to them through the photography and be able to just help them, it's a journey. To me, taking photography is like a small journey that you tend to capture. How could they connect with you?
So the best way to connect with me is my website. It's creativeartist.online. And there is all the information about me. There is the portfolio of my pictures. There is my blog where I share tips for artists of how to start and how to build their business and how to be able to create this career of their dreams. There are also my social links. There's a live chat box, so you can just write with me and I answer as soon as I can. And there is a free audio training that you can download that is from a hobbyist to a full-time artist in 5 steps. It's kind of a roadmap for everybody who'd like to build an artistic career. And of course, definitely Instagram, because fashion is on Instagram. So I'm on Instagram a lot. It's Aleksandra Gallert, Aleksandra with KS. Again, it's easier. You can find all my links on my website, creativeartist.online. And I'm happy to get comments, messages. I answer everything. So I'll be very happy to connect.
So it's www.creativeartists with a S dot
No,
online.
no, creative artist, T at the end.
Creative, no S at the end.
No S, creative
Okay,
artist dot online.
creative. Okay, create the www.creativeartists.online.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So if you could share with us 3 words that would identify who you are or how you identify your business, if someone had to share 3 words, what would those 3 words, what would be 3 words that you would use to identify who you are?
Creative, dreamer, and unstoppable.
Wow, I love that. And if you had to share in a capsule what it is that you do for others, what would that be? What would that mission statement or purpose statement be?
So mostly what I help others with is helping them see what they already have, because most people say I can start because I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have that, and making them realize that they can start and they should start right away using all the resources that they have, because they already have a lot, they just don't realize it, and that it's up to them how they use them. But again, this just being active and searching and just doing small steps every day that lead to big results, and this is already a huge start for most people who are just afraid to start. So I help them realize what they already have and how they can use it to push forward and start moving.
Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you so much, Alexandra. This was amazing to learn so much about you in such a short time and know how you're impacting your clients and just bringing them love and bringing them a way for them to capture memories for a lifetime. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be here with you and share this moment of just knowing that many people are going to connect with you, because not only you'll be able to show them about photography, or but being able to take the creative side and make a full-time business out of it. You can't go wrong. So with that, I want to say to you, thank you so much for joining us here on your inspired journey. I'm Carla Andrews, and I see you soon.